The moment she starts pulling away is often the exact moment her feelings are getting stronger. And the truth most people never realize is, attraction doesn't always move closer. Sometimes it moves backward first. There's a quiet emotional pattern that many men and women never learn to recognize. When someone feels a deep connection forming, especially a woman who values emotional safety, her mind can start raising alarms instead of celebrations. Not because she doesn't want the connection, but because connection creates vulnerability. And vulnerability is one of the most powerful yet frightening human experiences. When a woman starts to feel strongly about someone, she often begins asking herself questions she may never say out loud. What if I get hurt? What if this changes me? What if I give more than I receive? These questions don't come from weakness. They come from emotional intelligence mixed with self-protection. Many women are taught, either through life experiences or past relationships, that intense feelings can lead to disappointment if they aren't careful. So when emotions rise, instinct sometimes tells her to step back, to observe, to test, to protect her heart before it fully opens. What looks like distance can actually be emotional processing. She might reply slower, she might cancel plans, she might become slightly colder than she was before. From the outside, it feels confusing, even painful. But internally, she may be trying to regain control over feelings that suddenly feel overwhelming. Humans naturally want control over anything that has the power to hurt them. Emotional attachment is one of those things. There's also a psychological phenomenon where attraction increases when a person feels they could lose someone valuable. When she senses she is starting to need your presence emotionally, her independence instinct may activate. This isn't about playing games. It's about preserving her identity. Many women fear losing themselves inside relationships because society often places emotional responsibility on them. So pushing away can sometimes be her subconscious way of checking whether she can maintain her individuality while still caring about you. Another truth most people never hear is that strong emotional chemistry can trigger memories from past experiences, both positive and painful. If she has ever trusted deeply before and faced betrayal, neglect, or emotional imbalance, your growing importance in her life might unknowingly reopen those emotional files in her mind. Her behavior then becomes less about you and more about her attempt to rewrite her own story safely, this time. This is where most people make critical mistakes. When someone senses distance, the natural reaction is to chase harder, demand reassurance, or show anxiety. But pressure often confirms her fear that emotional intensity may become overwhelming. Attraction thrives in emotional safety, not emotional urgency. When someone feels they must rush decisions or constantly explain themselves, their protective instincts grow stronger. The deeper reality is that emotional push and pull is often not manipulation. It's uncertainty mixed with hope. She may be hoping you understand emotional space without interpreting it as rejection. She may be watching how you handle uncertainty because it reveals emotional stability, one of the most attractive qualities in long-term connection. Understanding this pattern requires emotional patience, something very rare in modern dating culture where instant clarity is expected. But genuine attraction is rarely instant clarity. It's layered, complex, and sometimes contradictory. And when someone pushes away while feelings are growing, they are often trying to understand whether the connection is safe enough to move closer again. Now, here's the part almost no one talks about. When she pushes away, it's often your reaction that decides whether the connection deepens or collapses. Most men and women instinctively respond with anxiety. They call, text, or try to fix the distance. But every forced message, every question of why are you distant, can unintentionally confirm the fear she is already trying to navigate. Emotional tension is magnetic when handled correctly. When you remain calm, grounded, and silent enough to let her process her feelings, you actually create the conditions for her to come closer, naturally. The mind is always observing patterns of safety and stability. If she feels that you can hold your emotional center while she experiences uncertainty, her subconscious begins to label you as someone reliable, trustworthy, and worth opening up to. The most powerful men and women understand this instinctively. They don't panic at distance. They understand that real emotional growth requires space. That's why women often find themselves more drawn to men who don't chase, men who remain unwavering in their presence without overwhelming her. And vice versa. Men are magnetically attracted to women who maintain autonomy while showing authentic care. Emotional independence is seductive. Desperation is repelling. Another hidden truth is that pushing away is a test of emotional resilience. When she steps back, she's watching your response to uncertainty. Will you crumble? Will you beg? Will you overcompensate? Or will you stay composed, respect her space, and continue building your own life with confidence? The answer you give, often silently through your actions, tells her more about your character than words ever could. Let's also be honest, emotions are messy. She may not even consciously know why she's pulling back. Fear, past pain, attachment patterns, desire for independence, and attraction all collide in the human mind. Women are complex, as are men, and the stronger the attraction, the more intense the internal push and pull becomes. That's why what looks like confusion is often emotional clarity being processed internally. Here's the truth most people ignore. Attraction grows exponentially when emotional tension exists, but only if handled with emotional intelligence. If you allow yourself to be calm, confident, and centered, you create the perfect storm for deeper attachment. Every space you give her isn't rejection, it's permission for her feelings to mature. Every quiet moment you maintain stability becomes a signal that you're not easily shaken, and that reliability is priceless in the world of fleeting attention spans. You must also understand the subtle difference between being passive and being patient. Patience doesn't mean hiding your feelings or being passive about life. It means living fully, building your value, and showing through actions rather than desperation that your emotional state is stable. People are drawn to others who are self-contained and emotionally autonomous because deep down, everyone wants a partner who strengthens their life rather than destabilizes it. And finally, remember this. When she pushes away while wanting you, it's not rejection. It's a mirror reflecting her inner struggle, her desire to merge attraction with safety. The more you understand this dynamic, the more you realize that love and desire are not linear. They are a dance between closeness and space, fear and courage, pull and release. The stronger the push, the more intense the potential pull. The question now is, will you recognize her push as an invitation to master your own emotional power? Or will you let anxiety dictate the outcome? Here's the hard truth that most people never admit. The moment she pushes away, your emotional reaction matters more than anything she does. This is where most connections fail, not because of lack of attraction, but because one side mistakes emotional space for rejection. When a woman pulls back, it's rarely about losing interest. It's about feeling safe enough to want more, without feeling trapped or overwhelmed. Think of it like this. Your emotional presence becomes a silent language she reads without words. If you panic, overtext, or try to solve the distance, you feed her subconscious fear that closeness will suffocate her. But if you stay composed, focused on your life, your growth, and your stability, you're telling her without saying a word that attachment with you is safe, that vulnerability won't be exploited, that intimacy can coexist with freedom. That's magnetic. That's rare. That's why some people feel instantly drawn to others who remain steady while chaos swirls around them. The pull-push dynamic isn't manipulation, it's biology, psychology, and emotion intertwined. Her mind is testing how much she can rely on you emotionally, how stable you remain when things feel uncertain. Men and women alike do this instinctively, even if they don't recognize it. It's about trust, not games. Every time you respect her need for space, you're demonstrating reliability, emotional resilience, and self-control. Qualities most people crave subconsciously but rarely see. And here's the kicker. This period of push-away is often when her attraction deepens the most. Why? Because humans are wired to value things that don't feel guaranteed. When someone is emotionally consistent, unshakable, and confident during uncertainty, it triggers a subconscious evaluation. This person isn't easily lost. This person is worth my attention. The push creates tension, and tension intensifies desire. The deeper the pull, the more she desires closeness once the emotional storm feels safe. Yet many fail to recognize this because our culture celebrates instant gratification. We want answers, we want clarity, we want love delivered without tension. But attraction doesn't work that way. Emotional intensity, space, and unpredictability are what make someone unforgettable. And when she steps back, it's not an invitation to chase. It's a moment to observe, to understand, and to quietly build your own value while she navigates her emotions. There's also a deeper psychological element: attachment patterns. People with anxious tendencies may pull closer when they feel distance, while those with avoidant tendencies step back when emotions get intense. Women, just like men, have complex attachment strategies. The stronger the attraction, the more their mind oscillates between desire and self-protection. If you understand this, you stop taking it personally. Her distance becomes a signpost, not a judgment. And finally, you must recognize that timing is everything. The window between push and pull is delicate. React too soon and you confirm fear. Wait patiently and you signal that you're not driven by need but by genuine connection. This is the secret almost no one teaches about attraction. Emotional restraint paired with authenticity creates deep magnetic pull. She notices it before she even realizes it herself. So here's the reality. When she pushes away, it's not about rejection, it's about how you show up during uncertainty. Are you grounded, confident, and self-assured? Or are you reactive, anxious, and desperate? Your behavior now shapes the depth of her desire later. The more you master this moment, the stronger the pull becomes. Do you have the discipline to stay composed and let her emotions grow naturally? Or will you let insecurity sabotage a connection that could have been extraordinary? Now, let's get brutally honest. The people who truly succeed in relationships understand that emotional push and pull is a test, not of her love, but of your presence, your confidence, and your ability to hold space without collapsing. When she steps back, she's giving you an opportunity to prove that you're not just a fleeting connection, not just someone who reacts to chaos, but someone who can be steady, grounded, and irresistible even when the emotional waters get rough. This is where self-mastery becomes the ultimate attraction tool. Every moment of composure you maintain while she processes her feelings communicates more than words ever could. It whispers, "I am secure. I am in control. I am someone worth waiting for." And the irony is, the less you try to control her, the more drawn she becomes. It's not manipulation, it's a reflection of strength. People are instinctively attracted to stability because it signals that intimacy will be safe, passion will be present, and connection will endure. You also need to understand the subtle difference between patience and passivity. Patience means living fully in your own life, investing in yourself, and maintaining your emotional balance while allowing her the space to navigate hers. Passivity, on the other hand, signals indifference, and that destroys attraction instantly. The goal isn't to withdraw out of fear, it's to withdraw with power, with emotional clarity, and with an unshakable sense of your own worth. That is what creates irresistible tension. Here's another truth most people never talk about. When someone pulls away while feeling strong attraction, it's often their way of measuring your value. Women and men alike watch silently to see how much emotional intelligence you possess, how much stability you can maintain, and whether you can create an environment where vulnerability feels safe. Your reactions, or lack thereof, are under a microscope, even when she seems distant or cold. The most magnetic individuals recognize this dynamic and work with it, not against it. They don't panic, they don't chase, they continue building their life, cultivating their confidence, and expressing authentic care in subtle ways. By doing so, they allow the other person to feel safe, desired, and intrigued all at once. They understand that desire grows when freedom and attraction coexist. Emotional space, paradoxically, fuels closeness. And finally, remember this: love and attraction are rarely linear. They are a dance of push and pull, desire and fear, closeness and distance. The stronger the feelings, the more intense the emotional fluctuations. If you react with panic, insecurity, or neediness, the tension collapses. If you react with composure, patience, and self-assuredness, the pull becomes irresistible, almost magnetic. So here's the personal question for you. The next time someone you care about steps back while feeling drawn to you, will you allow yourself to stay grounded, confident, and patient? Or will you let fear dictate your actions? Think carefully, because the choice you make in these moments can define the depth, intensity, and longevity of every relationship you ever have. If this message hit you, comment below with your answer. How will you handle push and pull in your relationships? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this truth today.